Hey guys, it's Kendall. I have been wanting to do this video for quite some time now because it's about a question I receive quite often, more often than I would like to see in my inbox. And that question is, how do I deal with hate? How do I deal with people that are being ugly to me because they don't agree with what I believe in, or they don't agree with hunting? Just how do I combat that, and how do I go against it, and how do I get through it? And the reason why I don't like getting that question is not because I don't want to help, and not that I don't want to encourage that person or give advice, but I hate that there is so much disagreement in this world that we have to attack each other and bring each other down, because at the end of the day, I don't think that that is going to help anything. For those of y'all that don't know me, I went through an attack about 7 years ago now, back in 2014. I have a documentary that I will link below in the description if you want to know more about my story, but I've basically heard it all, from the I hate you comments, to the death threats, to the picking apart of my appearance from head to toe. You're so ugly, your eyes are too far apart, you have a horse mouth, I hope your whole family dies. And even to the point where when my dad did pass away, I got comments and messages saying, good, you deserve it, karma sucks. Basically anything you can think about. I have been through it all, so I have been there. This little video can relate to anyone, I feel like, that is dealing with negativity or bullying in high school, in those teenage years, or even in the workplace where you don't feel like you're fitting in and you don't know what to do about it, and you're just dealing with people that just want to bring you down and tear you down. So I'm gonna go through a few things that help me combat that, and some things that I remind myself, and how I stay positive through those people being ugly and trying to tear you down. Oh, and I would like to mention, in the world that we live in today, cancel culture is a huge thing. People like to cancel people all the time. It seems like every week someone new is being canceled because someone somewhere doesn't agree with what that person is doing, and so they want to throw a fit about it. And I think in today's time, people forget that at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree. Not everyone is going to believe in what you believe in, and that's okay. Like, it's okay that we don't all believe in the same thing, because that's what makes us unique. Think about it, if we all agreed on things, then I don't even know what the world would be like, because that's unrealistic. We're all unique people, and I think that that's what makes this world go round. So the first thing is, culture always changes. Culture is changing all the time. Social norms are changing all of the time. Social acceptance is changing. What is right? What is wrong? And at the end of the day, who defines that? You know, like, we're letting the media define that. We're letting Joe Schmo down the street define that. At the end of the day, and something that I find my identity in, is the one thing that doesn't change, and that is God. He gives an everlasting love, and if you are struggling, I highly suggest you talk to him about it, you pray about it, and he will make your life great, I promise. He has helped me through a lot of things that I didn't think that I would be able to get through, just by praying about it and believing in it, and knowing that the sun is still gonna rise tomorrow, I promise. It might seem like today sucks, it's the end of the world, like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I promise there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to get better. It's not gonna be like this forever, and just see the brightness. I promise God will help, and God doesn't change, and he's gonna love you through all of it. The second thing is that I always remind myself is, if I get a comment or I get a DM or someone says something ugly to me, just to be hateful, Why would I let someone who doesn't know me define me by one thing that they're saying to me? My whole life I have been living my life one way. And one thing someone says to me, why would I let that change what I believe in and how I'm living? So just remind yourself, don't let people define you, especially if they don't know you. This one really just goes to social media, people that are engaging in comments and all of that. If they're just being ugly, block and delete. That's the easiest thing to do, is block and delete. Don't engage with them. I have been there. I know it is so hard, so hard not to go back to people and just say some smart remark back to them and just honestly like get down on their level. Like, why would I do that? At the end of the day, it's not going to help anything by being ugly back and spreading hate back. That just brings me down to being a bully with them. If you do want to engage with someone, if it's someone that you think that you can have a civil conversation with, go to them with facts and try and get them to see your perspective on it. And it's okay if they don't agree with it, but get them to see your side of it and try to relate it back to see their side as well. Say like, I can see where you're coming from, but this is why I don't believe that. And just make it a civil conversation. Don't get ugly. The next is, I always remind myself of my worth and my why. Ask yourself, what is my worth? Why? What am I doing this for? And that leads to my why as well. Why am I doing this? Why do I believe in it? And have those solid answers so no one can come and change what you believe in. And then always focus on the good things that people are saying as well. I know the negativity can just eat at you and just get you down, and just like you can have 100 positive comments, but if you have like 1 or 2 that are ugly, you're like, why did that person say that? Like, it makes you sad. I'm not gonna lie, I've been there, but I have grown thick skin through it all, and I just ignore them. I'm like, okay, that's enough. And focus on the good things, because you do have people that support you that are going through the same things that you are going through as well. And that leads me to one of my favorite pastimes, is looking on Pinterest at quotes. I look up quotes all the time. Just if I am feeling down or sad, I look up like life quotes or motivational quotes or inspirational quotes, and going through those and reading some of them, it shows that you aren't going through this alone, that there are people that are going through the same things you're going through. Sometimes it can be way worse, and it makes you see, okay, maybe what I am getting upset about is not the end of the world. Like it could be worse. It could always be worse. And I know it's hard, because what you're going through, yeah, it's bad. You're getting hateful comments from people that just have an ugly heart. So the Pinterest quotes really help me see a brighter side, and just, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, the Pinterest quotes just help me see a brighter side and make me realize I am not going through it. Everyone has struggles. The social media is a highlight reel. I need to emphasize that. Social media is a highlight reel. You aren't going to see a lot of people that show the bad side of their life. And then one of my favorite quotes that I have said for a very long time is, someone saying something about you without even knowing you or communicating with you, have never even met you. Someone saying something about you and judging you says more about who they are as a person than it does you, because they didn't even give you a chance. They didn't even give you a chance to get to know you. They don't know your heart. They don't know what you're about. They are just quick to judge, quick to see something that they don't like, and they are engaging just hatefully. So just know that someone saying something about you says more about who they are as a person than it does you. And then my last thing that I really do remind myself a lot is you aren't going to make everyone happy. If you tried to live a life to make everyone happy, you're going to live a miserable life because you aren't living the life that you want to live. So live a life you love, be happy, spread kindness, spread joy, and just show people that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, that you aren't going to break me. I have thick skin. I know who I am. I know what defines me. I know where my worth is, and I know my why. So those are a couple of things on how I deal with the hate that I go through and the hateful comments. And I know that I have a ton of support and a ton of people that follow me and would do anything for me, and you do too. You might not know it. You might not realize that there's so many people out there that are willing to help, that would be your friend, that would help you through anything. So reach out to those people, ask them how they deal with hate too. I mean, everyone has a different story. Everyone goes through their journey differently. So I hope this has helped you, and I hope that you can see the light at the end of the tunnel.